Hi, can I speak with Jerry, please?
This is
Jerry, this is Doug calling you from the Voodoo Lounge. How you doing, man?
good. How you doing?
Good, man. I haven't spoken to you in a long time. How you been, brother? What's new?
Not much. Got a little bit of a hangover.
Well, yeah, were you out there?
Yeah, a little partying last night.
Well, you know what happens to the best of us, man. Hey, you got a little time? I thought maybe we could shoot it for a little bit, and then I'll edit it all down for the show. Then I'll put it all together, and what do you know? We'll put you on the radio. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right, cool, man. Let's go. Well, first of all, man, I want to tell you that Tipsy in Memphis CD that you gave me is one of the coolest CDs anybody's ever just laid on me, man.
Well, hey, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate you giving it to me. I mean, it's pretty rare somebody hands you a CD and you take it, you get it home and it's a smoking band.
Well, we tried.
Smoking rock and roll record. So what you been doing, man? You still out gigging? You still playing? The band's still going on? What's up?
I've been off the past year.
Yeah, why?
For about 2000, well, from the time we put that album out till 2010, 2011, we were playing pretty hard, doing about 200, 250 dates a year.
Wow, nice.
So I took a break.
So, I mean, is that like a self-imposed hiatus? Are you done? Do you plan on recording? I mean, I'd really like to see you guys get in studio, do another album. That'd be great.
That's right. I'm hoping to, put a new album out here, hopefully by the end of the year.
Yeah, excellent. Hey, I got to ask you, man. Those are some strong songs on that album.
Mm-hmm.
And do you do all the writing?
Yeah.
Does Dave do some of the writing? Who does?
Yeah, it's mostly me.
Now, I came to see you guys. I don't even know when it was. I think it was right after you got back from Memphis, when you did the Tipsy in Memphis CD. I think I ran into you.
Yeah, it would have been 2004. I remember playing that gig.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, it was one of our first ones.
No kidding. I would have never believed that was 2004. I thought that was a couple of years ago.
I know. Isn't that unbelievable?
It is unbelievable, man. It's not because we're getting old, but we're getting better. Hey, when I talked to you, you told me one of the best stories I've ever heard about a Les Paul.
Dirty Lester, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Dirty Lester. You want to lay that on me, man?
Yeah, Lester was. My sister bought me that guitar back in 1977.
Nice.
My parents owned a music store, and I had lots of guitars.
Sure.
Yeah. At one point, I had 26 guitars. That was
Nice.
That was my favorite. It was a '69 Les Paul. When she bought it, it was a mint.
Oh,
I mean, it still had the tags hanging from when it was in the store.
that's very cool, man.
And I played it
Yeah.
so much. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That's your.
It's morphed into me.
Yeah.
It just ended up being my favorite guitar. I just liked the way it
Absolutely.
played. I liked the way it sounded. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
felt
I mean,
good.
we all got the favorite one.
It's like having a special baseball bat.
Right. Well, that's exactly what it is. But didn't you, when you're recording, did you have an episode with it being a little too dirty? I mean,
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. We sent it to a guy to get intonated. It hadn't been intonated in years.
Sure.
And when the guy called, he called the studio to tell him the guitar was ready. We were sitting there. He didn't know we were sitting there. I think he said to the producer, he goes, "I think this is the dirtiest fucking guitar I've ever worked on in my life."
Ah, there you go.
I was too busy playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're out playing, you don't have time to get the
Yeah, that's right. That's the crust.
That's where the tone is, man. That's where they keep all the tone in those Les Pauls.
Yeah. It was actually stolen on me once.
Ah, way.
Back around 1978.
No kidding. How,
Found it down in DeKalb, Illinois, at a place called Axe in Hand.
Geez.
As soon as I realized it was gone, and somebody stole it, took it down, and they were going to change it from gold to silver.
Oh,
And they sent me the guitar back. Then the next day I got a box of parts, so I had to actually put it back together.
oh man, you're kidding.
It had been refretted. That's where the guy stopped when he found out it was stolen. He just didn't do anything else.
Yeah, that's insane.
So at least I didn't put frets back on it, but
Right?
yeah, I did have to put it back together and wire it up, and
Yeah. Holy
so
crap.
I got a personal time on that one.
I'd say. Well, what amp you running, man?
Well, I used the Rocktron Ignator
Okay.
when they kind of first came out. I was playing through a 412 cabinet. had Celestian greenbacks in it, 35 watts.
Okay, nice.
And I always used a little bitty Alesis unit for like a reverb type of thing.
Yeah.
Delays and stuff. And
Right.
that's basically it. It's pretty straightforward. I sometimes use an MXR pedal for a little extra gas.
Oh, sure.
But I don't use a whole lot of toys in between.
Well, man, there's something to be said for a Les Paul running right straight into an amp.
Yeah.
And those old Les Pauls, when the pickups, they get a little older, the pickups get a little ratty.
Yeah.
They got that nice ratty Les Paul sound.
Yeah.
And there is no way new Les Paul is going to sound anything like one of those.
No, it's the Tone 8 New York.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Hey, can you tell me a little bit? I guess let's go into to the history of the band. How that all gets started. Give me a little bit of that, will you, man?
Me and a bass player have been playing together on and off since we were like 11 years old.
Oh, no kidding! Wow, that's
we were terrible when we started.
Well, I think we probably all were when we started.
I played drums, and he played guitar, kind of. I guess I don't know, and that's kind of where it's where it all started.
Nice.
Big Zeppelin fans, we
baby
loved all that stuff, and we just did, and we kind of played on and off together in various different bands, and I always wanted to put a record out with them.
Sure.
We're old buds, so that's kind of what happened here. He's actually the one that thought of the name Tipsy McSTAGGER.
Yeah, great name, man. And I tell you what, that's was a great name right up until the restaurant chain came and stole your name.
Well, we didn't even think about it. Actually, it's I guess it's from The Simpsons.
Simpsons. I didn't.
There's a character in The Simpsons called Tipsy McSTAGGER.
See, that's my.
And I had no idea because I never really watched The Simpsons.
No, me neither.
And so that's how we were calling this something. We were pre-producing in early 2003,
okay.
And we didn't have a name. And we were going to possibly work on a name Harvey Crisp or something like that. He said Tipsy McSTAGGER. I said, great, that'll work.
Yeah, and it's a good name for a rock and roll band too,
Yeah, it's pretty appropriate for us too.
Yeah, as I recall, you guys never minded having a couple 2-3, huh?
No, it's never been a problem.
So tell me, is that a Memphis album the only one you guys have got out?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, we have some singles also.
Yeah, I heard those.
If you go to Reverb Nation site, there's a couple. Sioux Falls was recorded down in Memphis also, and then Hey Mississippi was recorded in Nashville.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of live cuts from Sturgis in 2009.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, even on those live cuts, man, it's not easy to get a good live sound. And even those live cuts sound really good. I mean, they sound good. It's a straight up rock band,
Oh, that's good to hear. I always appreciate that. We try hard, set the bar high.
Set it high, man. Now, how'd you end up down in Memphis doing that album? Doing the tips.
I shopped around for studios. I looked around, and I didn't want to sound like L.A.
Right.
And I didn't want to sound like New York.
Right.
So I started thinking, we're a Midwest band, I was checking out the studio in Chicago. Yeah, it was pretty good. Also one down in Georgia, a friend of mine down there. And then I checked out Arden, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the producer, the engineer, and that's how we decided to go there.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I tell you, that's a great sounding album.
It's a great studio. They got the stuff, man.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it comes through. You can hear it. Now, how long did it take you to make that?
About a month.
About a month. Shit, that ain't so bad.
And I mean, we were putting in 12-hour days, if not more.
Yeah. Now, is that mixing?
I remember one time.
Is that mixing and mastering the whole 9 yards, or is it...
Yeah, the whole 9 yards. Probably 3 weeks of recording and 1 week of mixing and mastering.
Yeah.
I remember drummer. With first couple days, we did basically the rough tracks. And we went back and worked with the drummer, and he spent about a good solid 5 days drumming. I thought his arms were going to fall off.
Oh, I bet he loved you.
And then kind of picked it up from there, and we did the bass, and it was on to the guitar and vocals.
Yeah.
So I actually wasn't intended to sing that album.
Really? How did?
No, I was looking for a singer because I never really considered myself a singer.
Sure.
But I got stuck with it.
Yeah, that's a guitar player thing.
So there you have it. It's tough to sing and drink a beer at the same time.
Well, it always was. Hey, I can't believe that Cry song didn't make you a millionaire.
Yeah, it's a strange album. What did one guy call it? We had some offers. We got an offer from, oh my God, how come I can't remember the company?
It's the age, man. It's our age.
A large label. They offered us a 3-album deal for $75,000. I turned it down.
Yeah.
Jody Stevens, who operates Art Studios, he was the drummer for Big Star.
Sure.
And he was also with Alex Chilton,
okay.
The Bobcats. Right.
Yeah.
And he said to me, the labels are going to come knocking. But remember, you'll have to sell 500,000 copies just to break even.
Yeah.
You take this and sell it yourself, you do the math.
Yeah. Well, you're going to make a lot more on your own. There's just, I mean.
So if I can sell 5,000 to 10,000 copies a year at $10 a pop, you do the math.
Well, yeah, you're coming out ahead.
It's mine. I don't have to share it. I can live as a musician.
It's so easy.
You know what I mean? And in this day and age, that's tough because people just give it away.
Well, yeah, but the shitty part is you almost have to give it away because people don't want to pay for it. I mean, if you're from here, you can't be as good as Bon Jovi.
That's very true. It's kind of funny here in my hometown of Monroe, Wisconsin. I can't get a gig to save my ass.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to pay. I cross the Mississippi, I can sell out the Mississippi Room Ballroom down there in Dubuque.
Right on. Ain't that something?
I go out west, I go to Rapid City, Sturgis. Those areas I do quite well out there. When I come back here, I can't do nothing,
No. I got a buddy that always says, at home you're hamburger, but everywhere else you're steak,
Hey, I never heard that before, but that's really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fact,
It is very true.
Yeah, and so you gotta work your ass off to sell those albums, right?
But the album itself did well. They actually made me a voting Grammy member.
Get out of here.
One day I started getting these things in the mail. All these CDs I get them every year, and it's like, for your Grammy consideration. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I got a hold of them, and they said, yeah, because the album apparently got some sort of indie award.
Oh.
For being, an independent label.
Yeah, well, that's
cool.
And
it ended up, let me into that Grammy Society. I guess I'll let anybody in that crowd.
Well, they didn't let me in.
Standards are low.
Yeah, ain't it a fact, right? When the guys like us are getting in
there. That's right. Well, I'm surprised he wins because most of them I did not vote for.
I didn't even know who they were.
What can you say,
Yeah, I tell you what, but you guys get in the studio, you get a new album out or something, get it up to me. I'd love to hear it.
I sure will, absolutely. I hope to go back out and play.
Oh, yeah, man, I'd like to come see you. Like I said, I haven't seen you guys, I guess it's been since 2004. That'd be great.
Sure. So what do you got, an online radio station going on? Or
actually, I do a weekly show up here for a local station, my own kind of thing. Yeah, it's a lot of unsigned bands.
Great. Play us a lot.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna, I like you guys. I've been playing a lot of Cry and 57 Miles, and I'm going to lay some of this stuff on him here this time.
Oh, cool. You know Dean Slut, don't you?
Yeah, I know Dean.
Is he still up in that area?
The last I heard, Dean was still living not too far from here.
Oh, okay. All right. I try to remember that club we played at.
That was Utopia, I believe.
Oh, is that still around?
It's still there, but it's a whole lot different than what it was,
Is it? What is it now?
I haven't been there. It's more of a lounge, It's not the same.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, the problem is, man, there's nowhere to play anymore. That is
the sad truth of the music industry. sounds like you and I are probably the similar age.
Yeah.
You know, in the 70s, 80s, you could play anywhere, everywhere.
All the time, and crowds.
Any bar that had a corner, go set up there.
Absolutely.
And play.
And people came. You didn't even have to advertise.
Yeah, that's right. They don't do it anymore. I don't know what they do for entertainment anymore.
No. Well, I think a buddy of mine said it best. He said, young people, they don't understand what we're doing. They've never been to a concert. They just totally don't get it.
Nope.
Now, everything they wanted to be the MTV Beach House.
Yep. That's right. No, that's right. They don't want to pay for music because they get it for free everywhere.
Yeah.
It's dumbed down to business. I hate to say it.
Well, it is.
It's tough to find good talent. It's tough to go see good talent because people aren't doing it anymore.
Well, absolutely. That's
it. I was out there on the road.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy. I saw some of these guys, and one of them always come to mind was Johnny Green.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who he is.
I'm not familiar.
He wrote the Batman theme.
Okay. All right.
And he also wrote a hit for the Beach Boys. I can't remember what it is offhand. Sure. He's very old now, and he's still playing. Yeah. And he could just tell you, he'll just tell you how the business just went right down the shitter.
Well,
there's no money anymore. There's no this, no that. And I said, it's kind of one reason why I'm sitting home right now is because they really, unless you go out west, there's still a life out there.
Sure.
When I say out west, I'm talking about Wyoming, Montana, the Dakotas, Colorado, Idaho, New Mexico, Nevada. There's a circuit out there. People still play it.
Yeah.
You can go in and play for a week and, sell the place out, but that's about it, man.
Yeah.
After that, you got single one-nighters.
Well, yeah, and as well as I do, man, it ain't cheap being out there on the road either. It's tough.
No, cost of gas and just to keep the wheels rolling gets very pricey.
Oh yeah, I mean you'll find yourself doing gigs just to have a place to crash.
Yeah, well, we didn't quite have it that bad. We did all right, but this expensive. We had wheels fall off, literally.
No.
On US 20 in the middle of Iowa once, the rear wheels of the motorhome came off.
Perfect.
I was like, we're out of control. Wood on the highway.
Right on, man.
Disasters like that happen,
Oh, man, I can hear you. I can totally identify with that stuff.
Yeah, we played a Holiday Inn at Stevens Point.
Okay.
Am I right about that?
Yep.
Yeah. Stevens Point's got a really nice Holiday Inn there.
Yeah, the Holidome, I think.
Big stage. We played there. There was a tornado when we played there.
Of course there was.
And the glass broke on the door, and the wind and rain was right by the stage there. The wind and rain just come flying in.
Oh, perfect.
And we had just got done setting up when the sirens went off, right?
Oh, man.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me. They got us all corralled in this little place. You could feel the wind coming right through the concrete walls.
Sure.
And then we got done. I went out to the stage, and there's all my shit. Glass everywhere, microphones blown down, drums blown over inside.
Oh, nice.
Those are the disasters you never count on.
Oh, that's a fact, man.
Those suck.
They're the worst. They're the absolute worst. This comes from being in this glamorous rock and roll life,
That's right.
Yeah, right. It never gets any easier.
It's always, what am I going to see new today?
Every day.
Yeah. Just when you think you've seen it all, somebody does something stupid.
Yeah, right. Well, at least that's going to make it fun,
yep.
Right?
So you retired from playing too?
I did. I mean, I got 5 or 6 jobs this year, but for the most part, man, I'm just not. I don't see the point at my age of running around the country for $100 a night anymore. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, big jobs. You want to do a big gig where I can make some money and I don't have to bring gear. I'm all over it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too now. Some of the guys are, especially the bass players. I'm gonna ask to get out there and play. I'm like, I'm kind of just enjoying this right now.
Yeah.
It's the first time in years that I don't have to do anything on a weekend. My wife's enjoying having me home. My kids have all grown up, and now I'm finally home.
Yeah, right. Well, right.
I was parenting by phone for years.
Oh man, I hear you. There. And that's at best.
I learned how to slap people through a phone.
Right. Yeah, it ain't easy.
So, it is what it is. It's too bad the industry is the way it is. I hope it comes back. The festivals are still pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They're all right.
You can get festival work, but there again, And even the casino work is good, but there's so many bands vying for those few slots.
Oh man, everybody's after them, and I tell you, I don't understand this mindset of a band that comes right out of the garage. And, you know, they think they're as good and should make the same money as guys who've been around playing for years.
Yeah. And then here's the worst part is the guys have been doing it forever are still getting paid what they were paid in 1980.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You know, I mean, there's been no cost of living increase whatsoever for musicians.
No.
What a bottle of beer was 50 cents.
Right.
A pack of smokes was $1.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, now look at it.
Yeah, I'm with
you,
man.
Yeah,
I mean, now $20 will barely get you to the bar.
Exactly, you know. So, but, you know, like I said, out west, people are still having a good time. But they're an economy boom out there with the oil and stuff. And, you know, just the resources of the coal and natural gas. It's a booming situation. I always tell bands, that's where you got to go if you're going to play.
Yeah, you got to go where the money is.
Yeah, but there isn't many rock and roll rooms out there.
Sure.
It's pretty much high energy country.
Yeah.
Which sounds like classic rock now.
Well, yeah, everything sounds like the goddamn Eagles anymore, you know.
They started something, didn't they?
The bastards.
Yeah, you know. So, well, I'm really glad you enjoyed that album. I appreciate it. We got a guy out in Hudson, New York, that plays that thing all the time too.
Oh, it's a great album, man. I love it. I'm gonna keep playing the hell out of it. I love that thing, man. Good stuff.
Well, I appreciate that.
Absolutely,
makes a guy feel good.
Well, we gotta help each other out because there ain't nobody else helping us. Oh, and I appreciate you being on the show, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll hit you up when this thing airs. You know, I'll get you a copy of it or something like that. Whatever I can do, brother.
Yeah, sounds great. I'd love to hear a podcast of it or something. It'd be great.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you get back to work.
All right, thanks a ton.
You bet. Thank you, man. Take care, brother.
You bet. Bye.